Is it on? Yeah, okay. Well, I had this one question and it's been on my mind, and it's, what do I live for? And it's kind of sent me into this existential type of thinking, which is, it's so silly, but some people go to their partner, their husband or wife, for the answer. Others turn to God. I have neither of those things. So who do I go to? Perhaps where I go when I feel most alone is an answer within itself. It is only when I'm surrounded by nature, by the lakes and the rivers and the trees, that I feel closest with God, with a creator. So then why is it when I cry out, I'm answered with silence? I decided to go out. I wanted to go on a little adventure, solo adventure. And what better place to do that than back in old Caroline, the excursion that I drove around for 2 months earlier this spring. And before I get to the places I went, the things I did, I understand it looks like in most of my videos I'm constantly going somewhere, getting away, doing something, when in reality, making a film often requires me taking dedicated trips. If I'm not doing that, if I'm not pursuing filmography, videography, whatever you want to call it, I'm here at the cabin, helping with the barn and just living, average life, not doing much. With all that out of the way, I started off in Caroline and made my way up to West Glacier. I didn't really know where to go. It was a very sporadic thing that I decided to leave. Me and my dad got into a bit of an argument, and that pushed me to leave. Quite frankly, it had nothing to do with him, because he didn't do anything wrong. It's all me, It's not you, it's me type situation. But West Glacier was beautiful. I've always wanted to see the larches and the fall colors and the glory of West. But it was cold there. It was really cold, so I was like, okay, I'm going to continue on and make my way over to Wenatchee, Washington. And that was I think a 5-6 hour drive. I met up with Glory Stories. And her and I went on this little hike up to this beautiful lake. I think it's called Kolchak, up there in Washington. And Gloria and I are in a very similar stage in life, and there's a level of relatability, and I'm very grateful for that. So that's why I went to see her. I only stayed for about 2 days, and then after that, I made my way up to Bellingham. But before I did that, there were a couple spots that I wanted to stop by. There was Diablo Pass that I have saved in my Google Maps that I wanted to see. So I did, and that was really, really pretty. And then going into Bellingham, I met up with Brandon Armstrong, aka Gorptex, on Instagram. And I told him I wanted to do something gnarly. I was like, I don't care what it is, let's go out into the woods, rip something crazy. And he was like, alright bro, bet that. Let's go climb this glacier over here. Let's do a little bit of ice climbing. And I was like, alright, let's rip it. It was a crazy experience. And I wish I got more footage of it, but I didn't, because it was cold, it was raining the whole time. pretty much I was just focused on what we were doing, not so much filming. And it was a lot of fun. So the morning after, there were some things I needed to be back here for, and also there's things that are calling my name. I've been dealing with a lot of guilt and shame lately. In Bellingham, I had a really good conversation at 2 a.m. in the morning with a couple of guys, and we were talking about being born into a family where everything is provided. You know, you got no worries, you got no issues. You know, I am fortunate enough to be able to do YouTube and make a living at that. And I'm fortunate enough to have parents who provide nearly everything for me. I'm not trying to hide any of that. I'm spoiled rotten. So why do I feel the way I do? I should be joyful. I should be so happy. I should be all these things. Yet here I am. I think it wouldn't matter if I was here or if I was on my own or if I was a billionaire or if I was broke. I think I would still be suffering. I think suffering is innate. And if you're not suffering now, you're guaranteed to be suffering later. I don't know where all this is going. I'm slowly starting to figure it out. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. This has been weird to put together. I had a whole different direction with all of this, but it is what it is. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. I think it'll be okay.